How's it going? It's all the news, all the time. And there's an interesting story that's just come out regarding Johnny Depp reaching a settlement in the City of Lies assault case, which was due to start in LA very soon. It seems Johnny Depp may find himself facing off again with Amber Heard in Virginia in the ex-couple's big bucks defamation battle. I don't think that's going to happen, to be honest. But he seems to have put an end to the assault and battery case, which was about to go on trial in the City of Angels. 2 weeks to the day before the scheduled start of the trial brought against Depp by former City of Lies location manager Greg "Rocky" Brooks in 2018, the parties have come to a deal, it was revealed on Monday, today. In a filing in Los Angeles Superior Court, Brooks' lawyer Arbella Azizian said a settlement had been reached, kind of. No terms were made public and the whole shebang could still be scuttled, as can always happen up to the last minute in these things. However, after weeks of behind-the-scenes talks between the sides, it looks like Depp is paying off Brooks to go away and have another lawsuit disappear, much like he did with his ex-business managers in 2018. Yeah, it's an interesting situation. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of claims and counterclaims, and he said, and the other person said, and they said this, and they said that. The settlement agreement conditions dismissal of this matter on the satisfactory completion of specified terms that are not to be performed within 45 days of the date of the settlement. That's a complicated phrase. The settlement agreement conditions dismissal of this matter on the satisfactory completion of specified terms that are not to be performed within 45 days of the date of the settlement. Reads the notice of settlement in the docket. A request for dismissal will be filed no later than the 1st of the 5th, 2023. So it seems that this comes 2 months after the actor was awarded more than $10 million in Virginia, which we know about, and it relates to this City of Lies case. So the question is, what happened? What actually went on? It's difficult to find out because the trial didn't take place. We have no clear information. We've only got what Johnny says and what this guy says and what other people say. But anyway, the allegation is from this side is there's the booze on the breath Depp, there's another way of weirdly describing him, flipped out when Brooks informed him on April 13, 2017 that production had to wrap for the night. Okay, so that's their line. They're saying that Johnny Depp was drunk and he got annoyed when he got told to shut the filming down. Well, Johnny Depp is saying completely different thing, which we'll come to in a second. So talking to an off-duty LAPD officer on set in the process, after being told to deal with Depp by Furman, things went south fast for Brooks when Depp sauntered over, supposedly screaming obscenities at the location manager. That's this Brooks guy. Depp then hit Brooks twice in the lower left side of his rib cage, causing pain. Then he shouts at Brooks and says he would pay Brooks $100,000 to punch me in the face right now. Depp was then removed from the scene and set by his personal security team. Okay. Asked in the aftermath to pledge not to sue the production company for the incident, Brooks refuses to promise not to sue. It's a pledge, so it doesn't count. Brooks refused and was fired on the spot on April 16, 2017. So, interesting. Let's have a little look. Who is Greg "Rocky" Brooks? This is the man suing Depp. There he is. And we have this guy. Rocky Brooks served as the location manager for the cop thriller that was based on the investigation into the murders of Tupac Shakur and the Notorious B.I.G. So he works on film sets as a location manager. Location managers run the location, they organise teams, crews, lighting, cameras. They tend to be quite demanding and quite leadership. You have to be leading a team of people. So in July 2018, Brooks, 61, filed a lawsuit in Los Angeles accusing the star of causing him emotional distress by punching him twice in the rib cage. Emotional distress? Okay. This photo, this selfie, is quite interesting. It says Johnny Depp with Rocky Brooks after the alleged altercation on set of City of Lies. So this is after Johnny Depp has punched this person in the ribs and caused him emotional distress. Okay, I'm seeing a theme here. But Brooks claims tempers flared because he expressed to the actor and director that a scene wasn't working. So he went to get a cop after the actor punched him a couple of times and then yelled that he would give him $100,000 if he punched him. Seems some weird phrasing going on. Depp's bodyguards reportedly had to remove the actor from the scene to calm things down, although Brooks claimed in his lawsuit that the Pirates of the Caribbean actor breath smelled of alcohol during the fight. I'm getting a lot of deja vu going on here, people claiming stuff. So, Depp claimed Brooks provoked the actions that resulted in his injury, for which the location manager is suing for undisclosed monetary damages. Again, I'm getting deja vu going on. So, this is from Brooks' lawyer, Brooks' advocate, Pat Harris. He says Brooks' case is not about two Hollywood celebrities involved in a toxic relationship. Oh, he's going down the line of Brooks is a man of the people. Poor guy done down by a rich celebrity. So Brooks' case is not about two Hollywood celebrities involved in a toxic relationship. It is about the assault of a hard-working film crew member done down by the star of the production. Mr. Brooks looks forward to his day in court, the lawyer added. Interesting. So we have this case. Johnny Depp negotiating out of court settlement with a man who claims he beat him to a pulp. So this is being beaten to a pulp, is it? Oh, okay. So City of Lies sequel due in court next month. Johnny Depp isn't as confident about this courtroom battle. Well, he should be. He's just dealt with it. So Depp has been sued by Greg Rocky Brooks, a former colleague with whom he worked on the set of City of Lies in 2018. So we know that this is going on, seeking unspecified damages. Very similar facts. But as he's saying down here, I had my assistant, this is Depp's making a statement here. I had my assistant bring a bottle of wine and we toasted in, I think, paper cups. And you know, no harm, no foul. I apologised. So I think Johnny did punch him. He apologised. So there's obviously shenanigans between the two of them. Gave him a hug. We embraced. You know, I hugged him and everything was cool. The actor explained during a deposition. As a matter of fact, he asked for a selfie with me. And so I took a selfie with him. That there selfie. Which is... Again, it doesn't look like beaten to a pulp or emotional distress. So, go back to who is Greg. This is Greg Brooks. He is in his 60s. Back to that photo. He's not a rich guy. He's an American. He's speaks English. He went to university. He earns some money. He has a wife, looks like that. What actually happened is interesting to know. So, he's on the City of Lies set. An issue occurs. According to the research, Depp invited two friends for a scene being shot outside a hotel. Depp requested Brooks to extend the shooting permit as they needed to shoot a scene outside for probably longer. But at night at 11 p.m, permit officials tell them to stop filming. Greg goes to the director, tells him they need to stop filming. The director asks Brooke to go and talk to Johnny and tell him to wrap up. Greg Brooks is already aware of Depp's violent nature, so I think this is coming from Brooks. When he broke the news of wrapping up in front of Johnny, he yelled up at him and didn't even give him a chance to call LAPD officers. That seems very strange. During a conflict between these two, Brooks got injured as he got punched twice in the ribs. He was hospitalised. I find that somewhat difficult to believe, but okay. During the conflict, Greg didn't speak anything and Johnny Depp kept yelling. It's the same phrase, I'll give you $100,000 to punch me in the face right now. This seems to be repeated so many times, I'm starting to think it did happen. So here we have the docket itself, but there's an interesting piece here, which is a video, a declaration of Johnny Depp, Sombra la demanda de Rocky Brooks. I don't know what Sombra la demanda, Sobra la demanda, on the request of Rocky Brooks. Let's have a little look.
During this time, the monitor spoke with a security officer with Gilmore and Associates. He explained to the monitor that he felt threatened by the location manager. He showed the monitor a video of Rocky, the location manager, flipping him off and aggressively getting in his face. The monitor spoke to Rocky about the altercation and asked him to take a breather. Rocky seemed to back down. There was a lot of tension on the set at this time while the production tried to finish the scene. A lot of moving parts and personality conflicts. Do you remember any of this occurring specifically?
No, I was just reading it, and I thought it was pretty interesting, just with regard to 11 p.m. where it says where I stepped in to remind Mr. Brooks that was not proper set etiquette, and that he would. We don't have time for this, you know. And so that's at 11. At 10:45, it shows that he's already obviously in a aggressive, says he's flipped somebody off, aggressively getting in his face. And then the guy spoke to him and said to take a breather. I don't think he took a breather.
This isn't describing the woman that you were describing earlier, correct? This is a completely different individual, and as far as you read this?
Calls for speculation.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't understand that.
Yeah, it was a lousy question.
No.
We spoke around 11 o'clock. Well, we're looking at the 11 o'clock
Yes.
listing, but we spoke about an incident where Rocky, we're going to call him Rocky, that's Mr. Brooks, was aggressive towards a woman that we believe may have been homeless, and that you intervened in that confrontation that he had had with the woman.
Yes.
But we're now looking at a 10:45 incident that involves Rocky. And that, as far as you know, does this 10:45 incident involve the same woman?
Calls for speculation.
That I don't know about. That seems 10:45 seems like it happened offset to me. Just from the way I read it, it sounds like a separate incident.
And had anyone brought this to your attention prior to you reading it now with me?
No, I was just looking at it when I sat back down, started reading the 11 p.m. and then I looked up at the 10:45.
Seems some strange facts coming out from that. It doesn't sound like those two stories match up, but I think this is up to your opinion. What do you think? What do you think is going on? Is it 6 of one and half a dozen of the other? Is it drunken shenanigans late at night? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think, what your thoughts are on this, and give it the old like button a press, and press the old subscribe button. If you see any more buttons, press those. They're always good. If you are good at sewing on buttons, try that. That's always fun. And apart from that, I'm gonna see you guys later.